Hey guys, so today I am going to show you my homeschool planner for the year and also show you how I prep for school and how I plan our lessons. And I've been doing the same thing for a few years now, so I feel very comfortable showing this to you. So I print most of these papers from Tina's Dynamic Homeschool Plus website. Many of these are free. I don't think I purchased anything this year. I think all of these are free downloads. So my cover page is this. If you have a garden and a library, you have everything you need. That really has to do with our focus last year was reading, and our focus this year is nature studies. So it's just perfect for us. So when you open it up, I used my binding machine here. I have it right here. The first thing you see in here is our weekly schedule, which I showed you yesterday. I'll put the link up here if you didn't catch that. On the inside here is our homeschool planning schedule, just so I can reference how much longer we have until the breaks, basically. And then we have mission statements, things like that. These are personal to each family. Goals at the end of this journey. I really like these pages because you can really just write things that on the tough days you can go back and remind yourself why you're doing what you're doing. In here is our curriculum resources. At the end of the year, I'll fill this out to go in their portfolios that I have to turn in for review. I don't fill it out at the beginning because things change. You never know if you have to change curriculum for your kids or something like that. And then in here, I really like this. This is the field trip tracking guide. So here I can either pre-plan our field trips or I can just fill them in if we went somewhere, and this keeps it all in one place. And then again, I can just rip this page out and put it right in their portfolio at the end of the year, and I don't have to type anything up. It's just all written down. The next tab here are weekly lessons, and if I can find it, I will put the link below for this. This is something I created, and I know that I uploaded it years ago on my blog, so I'm not sure if I'll be able to find it if it's public anymore, but if it is, I will put it below. So excuse me. I used to use one page for all of my kids, but this year I can't fit them all on one page. So we have Isabella, and then the next page is Jessie, and then again Isabella. It goes by week. So this is for each 6-week semester, I guess. Every 6 weeks of school, I have a so this would be our first 6 weeks, week 1, and then our first 6 weeks, week 2, and on and on. What I do is, well, I'll get to this at the end actually, because that's going to be that has more to do with how I plan. So all of our planning pages are next. And then after all that, I keep them all in here so I have them all for our portfolio. After that are our reading logs to fill out throughout the year. And then behind that is my home management tab, which is basically my housekeeping schedule. So it's all kind of like mom's resource guide here. So this I know I did a video on as well. Again, I'll put that up there in the corner so you can take a peek at that if you want to see the breakdown of this. And then I have meal planning pages back here. I usually put this in my personal planner, but if I'm thinking of something while we're doing school, I'll just jot it down. And then back here are our notes. That's really hard to say. Any notes that I have that I just need to jot down during the school day, things I want to remember about the year, things along those lines are just back here, and a bunch of blank pages. So now I will show you, like I was saying, how I plan our weekly lessons. So somebody asked yesterday on the video I posted yesterday, somebody asked how I plan our lessons, if I choose the number of weeks we're doing based on how many chapters are in a certain curriculum. And no, what I do is sometimes it's a 30-week, sometimes it's a 33-week. This year it's a 36-week school year for us. I'm trying to kind of go along the lines of what our public school system does. So we have 36 weeks in the school year. So I look at each curriculum. For example, Isabella's teaching textbooks math curriculum has 136 lessons. So when I divide that by 36 weeks, I get 3.77, which means that if I round it up, which I always round it up because we're likely to fall behind at some point during the year, I she has to complete 4 lessons a week. So for the first 6-week semester, week 1, she has to do lessons 1, 2, 3, and 4. Flip the page. Lessons 5, 6, 7, and quiz 1. So I just break it down like that. So for, let's see, what else do we have? For science, there are 26 chapters. We're going to finish science early, but then we're going to continue with our nature study. So for science, I actually just use their planning guide, and it's 2 days a week, and then I just copy this and put it in here. I only plan each 6 weeks at a time, and so that's one of the main reasons we do the 6 and 1 schedule, so that I sit down at the beginning of each 6-week semester on that 1 week off that we have, and I fill all this out, and I write down all the lessons we need to do. That way, if we fall behind, I don't have the whole year planned out to where we're getting backed up for the whole year. I only have 6 weeks planned. If, so I have her doing 4 math lessons a week. If we get to the end of 6 weeks and she hasn't completed 24 lessons, that's okay. I'll just start planning the next 6 weeks with where we're at and try to make that work. So it takes the pressure off to only plan 6 weeks at a time instead of planning the whole school year out, because things happen, and that just keeps me from feeling frazzled and behind the entire school year. So for Story of the World, I have written down what pages we need to read, and this is in order, so we'll read the first 2 parts of chapter 15 and do the coloring page, and then we'll read the second part of chapter 15, do the map drill, and then on the Friday we'll do the project. So I do this checklist style just because if the kids are ever feeling like they want to complete more than 1 lesson or they want to read more than 1 chapter, we can just check it off throughout the week, and if they don't get their lessons done, then they'll see as we're nearing the end of the week that they're going to have a lot of work left to do. So that just keeps it fluid. Things, like I said, things come up. If I have to go to the grocery store on a Wednesday instead of a Friday, I don't have something written down for Wednesday, and now again we're behind. It's just nice to have it all checklist style instead of having it so rigid and assigned to days and assigned to times. It just works best for our family. Down here I have, if we have a Bible verse that week instead of a hymn study, I'll write the Bible verse down here, or if a Bible verse came up in something we were doing and we decide we want to memorize it, I'll write it down during the week. And then here's a place for notes, things I need to buy that particular week, and like I said, I'm planning ahead for the 6 weeks. So say it's something I need from the grocery store, then I'll look in my notes section and see, okay, we're coming up on this week, I need to go buy apples. So that's written down there. If we have a field trip planned, I'll write that in there. And then, so it just keeps everything all together. And then I don't necessarily copy that down. So Jesse will also be doing the same Story of the World stuff with us. He'll be doing the same Bible and memory work with us, but there's no need to copy it down twice. It's just really for my own visual guide here. So that's how I plan. And then as far as how I prepare, at the beginning of each week, I make all the photocopies I need for everything, for handwriting, for science, if I need to make any photocopies for reading or math or Bible. I make all of those copies at the beginning of the week, and I will show you now what I do with those. So I have these 3 drawers in our schoolroom. One's going to be for Bella, Jesse, and Eli, and I bought these in the Target dollar spot, but you don't have to use these. Basically, I used to keep all of their work for the week in these, and then I would take them out and stick them on their clipboard the night before. But now I'm just going to clip all their work together with these and just have them in the mornings be responsible to open their drawer, take out that day's clipboard work, and clip it onto their own clipboard. So that's really simple. So that's where that way I don't have to make copies every single day, because I found that making copies takes a lot of time when I'm trying to start the school day. It really slows us down if I'm having to make copies before each and every lesson. So Sunday I'll sit down and make all of the copies for the week, and then it's also an extra push to get the work done because I've already made the copy and I don't want to waste the paper. So that is how I plan our lessons. If you have any questions about this, go ahead and let me know below. I'm excited because tomorrow I'm going to be showing you all of this organization and our entire schoolroom for the year. So I will see you then. Bye.